Today's Toy Spot, we are having a look at the Transformers Robots in Disguise One-Step Transformation Grimlock. Recommended for ages 5 and up. This comes to us from the folks over at Hasbro. One thing that I've noticed with a lot of the packaging for the Robots in Disguise figures is that it looks like they've been opened. They haven't been, but it looks like a lot of the ones I've picked up in the past, it looks like there's a tape line that they put around it. I wonder if it's because the glue isn't strong enough to keep these packages sealed. Spot's picked up actually a couple of Grimlocks now. I guess the 3-step transformation Grimlock, which was the larger one, that's my favorite. The Legend class or the Legion class, the Warrior class, and of course now we're looking at the 1-step transformation. It will likely lose some aesthetics to the design of the robot in favor of the fact that it can transform by 1 step. We will see. We'll wait until we get the packaging opened up. Speaking of which, on the underside, the other characters available are Fix-It and Steeljaw. Spot's already had a look at those two. And then on the back, Transformation shows you on the side. It says check transformers.com for app release date if you have already downloaded the app, which I still have not. Other than that, there's not really much else that's on the back of the package. Very simplistic indeed. At any rate, Spot's going to take a break. I'm going to get this opened up, and when we come back, we're going to get a better look at Transformers Robots in Disguise 1-Step Transformation Grimlock. There's more heading away, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. With 1-Step Transformation Grimlock, yes, they did take a little bit in the way of luxuries. It's, for the most part, pretty good in like the legs, the head, even like the torso area and the tail. The weakest aspects of the 1-Step Transformation Grimlock is his arms, because his arms really can't swing forward because there's a big hinge here that'll play a big role when you transform him. And you can see the big glaring leg of the robot mode at the back. If you can kind of get over that aspect of it, he's really good. He's not perfect. Don't get me wrong, he's not perfect, but he's not bad. He does have mouth movement, as you can see. You can open up his mouth, and he even has a tongue inside, which is a nice touch. You can kind of do a little bit of playability. You can kind of pretend like he's moving his head and he's asking for more snacks. But he's not bad. I think he got a lot of crap on him because a lot of people maybe didn't like this guy because there was this obvious aspects of things that just don't look like T-Rex. But you know what? I can get past that. The legs are probably the most glaring aspect of it. I'm not crazy about the fact his arms are always down. But you know what? For it to go from point A to point B, sometimes you have to make sacrifices, and believe you me, this actually is not that bad versus, say, the likes of like a Steeljaw, which I think still is a really rough-looking transformer. So to get this guy transformed is extremely easy. All you have to do is go around to the back, and you just have to basically grab his arms. I mean, that's really the only end of it that, like the tail and stuff like that, you don't have to worry about doing too much fuss with. Most of it is just relying in the legs. And I almost went like, I grabbed the back, but I have to remember that it's the legs of the T-Rex. These swing forward. And as soon as you start swinging these forward, everything else basically detaches from itself and it transforms. Now, you're going to eventually look around to the front here because that's where the robot modes ends up being facing. And then the T-Rex mode faces from the other side. So when we flip it, this will all flip forward, the tail will flip down. The head doesn't actually go anywhere. You could fold that back down if you want, but it doesn't seem like it folds down on its own. And then you just flip it around, and there is 1-Step Grimlock. You can move his arms. You can kind of close off his, I guess his dino feet to kind of give him the idea that he's got arms, but it ultimately just looks like he's doing the moonwalk from Thriller. His face isn't bad. It's kind of facing down, so you can't always make out. Like from a distance, you can't quite make out his face because his face is always pointing down. You can kind of adjust, do a little more of adjusting to the back to kind of bring his head forward, but it's not very successful. He's missing a lot of paint in the front. Areas here are sculpted as if they should have paint, but they really don't. They have, sadly, nothing. He's stronger, I feel, in T-Rex mode than he is in robot mode. Robot mode, he is weak, though. To transform him back, you can worry about the feet later if you want, or you can just straighten them out. Take the legs and fold them forward. Fold them forward. Actually, you know what? We have to fold these down first. We got to fold them down first. Fold the arms down, and then bring everything forward again. And then you have to bring out the head. Straighten out the legs. There is Grimlock again. Once again, to transform him, grab the arms, fold it forward, pop it down like this. This is kind of like the default mode. If you want an easy transformation where you don't have to worry about adjusting things at the end, you could kind of do it like this, but his head's going to be sticking up, his tail's going to be sticking out, and his arms are going to be straight down. But this will allow you to transform it back into T-Rex without any fuss or muss. If you want to, again, transform it into Grimlock, you can do then the adjusting, make sure his head's down, bring the arms forward, but that has to be something you have to remember when you fold it back, because like the legs do want to get in the way sometimes. A successful one step, I would say yes. Robot mode's not as strong as his T-Rex mode, but I do like the T-Rex mode, and it's probably something that I'm going to be displaying him more so in this mode than in robot mode, so I would say it's a win. It's not a strong win, mind you, but it's still a pretty successful one step. It's not one of the better ones. There are ones out there that are definitely better than Grimlock here, but I don't think he's as bad as some people say that he is. Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the Hasbro Transformers Robots in Disguise one-step transformation Grimlock. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more Toy Spots heading your way. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.